this next class is a suspension training class. I want you guys to grab your suspension trainers and train along to the program. This next exercise is a ball of foot V squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up V position relatively wide and just suspend myself. I'm going to get onto the ball of the foot. I'm going to work my squats from here. Okay? So as I pull up, I'm going to come up into a straight line. I want that straight line. I want my back nice and tense, okay? You can see the arms aren't doing any work, so I'm not rowing with it. I'm keeping those arms soft straight the whole time. So drop down, pick it up, and make sure you stay on the ball of your foot the whole time. Your turn. All right, we're going to work some squats for this one, guys, but we're going to do it a little bit different, okay? I want to go feet and knees together. I'm going to squeeze my feet and knees so I'm making my adductors work, and as I drop down, I'm getting more work out of my glutes as well, okay? So we're going to go from here, straight down, and pick it back up. So we just want to go a little bit past the invisible chair, which is roughly there, and then want to come back up with a tight back, okay? Arms aren't doing any work. I'm not rowing with my arms. Your turn. All right, guys, we're going to work some V calves raises for this one, okay? Now, don't over-suspend yourself. So I don't want to be out here. I want to be there where I'm just marginally suspended. Arms are soft straight, and I've got my feet in that V position. I'm going to go up into a calves raise. Now, it doesn't look like a whole lot of lift, but it's actually an excellent way of doing your calves raises. You get really good tension underneath your calves and in your soleus as well, okay? So we're going to just go from there, touch, and lift, just like that. Now, I've got to make sure I don't allow my bum to drop out as I come back down. I want to maintain that line, okay? You want to keep your glutes and your lower back active as well. Let's get you guys to try this one. we're going to work some pigeon toe calves raises for this one, guys. So the way this one's going to work is I'm going to go toes together and heels out. So I'm doing a V in a reverse. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just suspend myself. I'm going to get that straight line going from my shoulder to the anchor point, and another straight line from my shoulder all the way down to my ankle. And from here, we're just going to lift into a calves raise in this unusual pigeon toe position. So we're going to really try and focus on the outside of the calves. Okay, lifting right up and picking it back, dropping it back down. Now there's not a whole lot of movement in this one because of the angle, but it is very effective. Let's get you guys to try it. Let's everybody repeat the last 4 exercises. a basic exercise for this one, guys. We're going to work a chest press. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to suspend myself forward, soft straight arms like that, and I'm going to drop down. Now I want to make sure my elbows are as high as my shoulders, okay? So it's a straight line and I'm pushing perpendicular just like that, okay? Now as I come in, I've got to be conscious not to do anything funky with my body. I want to keep my core active, so I want to keep a straight line from my shoulder all the way to my ankle, okay? So it's basically just like a push-up on an angle, just like that. Now, you can make it harder or easier simply by stepping back and forth. So if you step back, you're going to produce more angle, it's going to get harder, and if you step forward, it's exactly the opposite. It's going to get easier. Let's get you guys to try it. We're going to work some chest flies for this exercise, guys. So it's much the same exercise as you would do using cable crossovers, but we're going to use your own body weight instead of artificial weights. So all we're going to do from here, I'm going to start off nice straight cable just over my shoulder where it's nice and comfortable, and I'm just going to spread out to a T just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to come straight back. I'm going to try and keep it relatively perpendicular, and I want to make sure I don't hyperextend past my T. Just there is fine. Okay, you want your chest to absorb the pressure and not your rotator cuffs. One more demo. Right there. Let's get you guys to try it. Okay guys, combination exercise for this one. So we're going to work a chest press, and we're going to work in an abs rollout as well. And then we're going to go back to our chest press. So basically, it's a super repetition. So we're going to go chest press first, and where the chest press finishes right here, I'm going to go straight into an abs rollout. Okay, so the trick with this one, when you're doing your chest press, just make sure your elbows are out, holding onto that nice tight plank body just by keeping your abs engaged. And then when we go to the abs rollout right here, it's more of that abdominal engagement, okay? Back to the chest press. Just like that. We're going to keep alternating between those two for the next minute. Your turn. Okay guys, I'm going to work 2 triceps extensions for this exercise. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to go into a classic triceps extension, so just like that. So making sure my elbows are staying in front of me, glued to my ribs. And then when I finish it off, I'm going to go into an abs rollout, and from here I'm going to go overheads. Okay, overhead tricep extensions, and then back here. So if I start to put them together, it's going to look like this. Just like that. So a couple of things to watch out for. Make sure you're keeping a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle when you're throwing the extensions out. And make sure you've got your elbows tucked in by your side the whole time. Your turn. Let's everybody repeat the last 4 exercises. Okay guys, a fairly basic exercise. We're going to work a plank. It's just a suspended plank. What I'd like to do is I like to use a pair of dumbbells to keep my wrists nice and straight. If you prefer to do it on your knuckles for the same reason, or if you want to do it from your hand, that's okay as well. So all I'm going to do from here, I'm going to lift. I'm going to make sure I've got a vertical line from my wrist all the way to my shoulder. And then it's basically a horizontal line from my shoulder all the way to my ankle. Just going to hold it there, just like that. Controlled breathing, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need to do anything else. Just hold it for 60 seconds. Your turn. Alright guys, we're going to work some leg curls, but we're going to do it one leg at a time, okay? So they're alternate leg curls. Now to make sure I get no assistance from my hands, I'm going to keep them up. Now if you decide at some point that you want some assistance with your hands, you can press it against the floor to help you, okay? We're going to do it from up here. So I'm going to lift right up. From here, it's a leg curl, but on one leg only, and then straighten back out. Other side, and straight back out. Let's go one more. Just like that. So when you finish, you still hold up your bridge, okay? You still hold up that hips raise. Your turn.